How's everybody doing? I wanted to make a video for two different reasons. One reason is to help convince a lot of folks out there that are considering owning handguns that it's not as complicated as you think, and as long as you always practice safety, you don't have much to worry about. As I said, I stress as long as you always practice safety. Of course, you have to consider that there are some people out there that just don't have as much common sense as the rest of us, and you should really consider whether or not people like that should own weapons. I've got two handguns here. The first one, I'm going to pick it up and show you. This is a Beretta model 21A Bobcat. It's a 22 caliber, and it's good for a beginner or an expert, good for man or woman. It's got a pretty ergonomic handle, checkered grips on it right here. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and I know it's loaded, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and check it, which is the first thing you should always do. On this one, always make sure you point the gun in a safe direction. You've got a magazine release right here, so you're just going to pop that out, pull the magazine out. Also on this Bobcat, there's a little release right here for a barrel that flips up where you load one. So you just pull that little lever like that there. You can see how it pops out. Oh, 22 caliber. Hard to find ammunition right now, as you all know. You see it's empty. You look down and see there's none in there. Flip it back. On this one, the safety's right here. It's up, it's safe. Hit it down with your thumb whenever you're ready to fire. This Bobcat is fairly simple to break down. First thing you want to do is take the safety off after it's been checked and cleared. You hear a lot of stories about people accidentally shooting their family members when they're cleaning their guns. Never take the chance. Always take your magazine out. Always check the chamber. Feel around with your finger on the inside. Make sure there's nothing on the inside. So to start, first thing you want to do is flip the safety off. You want to flip the lever up, pop the barrel up, pull it down. You don't have to pull it all the way, but most of the way. There are a couple little marks on most weapons, but on this one you don't have them. So what you got to do is just pull it back with your two fingers here. Pull it back a little. First, I'm sorry, your trigger has to be back. Take the pressure off of it. Pull it back a little and push up with your front two fingers right here. When you do that, the slide should come right off. And that's as easy as that one is to field strip. That's about as easy as it gets. Beretta is real reliable. I don't have any problems with this one, with misfires, jams, or anything. But I do also take the magazines apart and clean them and oil them and make sure that they're operating properly also. Put this one back together. You've got a little tab on the back right there. It's a little square tab. And you just slide these two little notches back up underneath it. Just like this. Slide it all the way back. Slide it to the front and pull down with these two fingers. Should slam down. Close it and rack it one time, or three, or four, just to make sure that it's operating properly. And when you're ready, put your round back in the chamber magazine back in. Always be safe. Safety on. The second weapon I want to show you is a Fratelli Ta-90. This is made by Tenfoglio in Italy. It's a smaller manufacturer than Beretta. It's not Americanized. There's only one place to get it in the United States, out of Miami, Florida. One importer. It's kind of built like a 1911, and there's a popular model out there called the Witness. The Witness has actually had some recalls. This, in my opinion, is a really reliable weapon. It's got really comfortable wood grips. Some people don't like those, but I like these. I think it, it gives it a certain look, and I really like it. It's got a bull barrel on the end of it, thicker than most normal. And it's fairly simple. The second part of this video, the second reason why I wanted to make it, is because there's not a whole lot on the Fratellis out there for people. So this is this is something that I'm hoping will help somebody as far as field stripping it goes. First thing you want to do, always, on this weapon, that's your magazine release. And you want to check it. This has a lock back feature, so you push this up with your thumb. There's not one in the chamber, so you can go ahead and release it. This is your safety. A lot of folks say they're not comfortable with that hammer slamming back, but the truth is, it's not slamming, it's not hitting the firing pin at all. When you put it on safe, it's making sure that that hammer is here, and it's, you have to actually put an effort into pulling that trigger. This one, there are a couple hash marks right here. You have to line those up, and the same with the other one. The safety has to be off. The hammer has to be back, just for less resistance. You have to rack it all the way back, like that. Wrap your fingers around and line the hash marks up, like that. The next thing you want to do, there's a pin right here. Push that in all the way through. That pushes that thumb catch or thumb for the manual slide out. So you're going to wiggle that out, pull that out, set it to the side, rack it all the way back, slide the barrel off forward. Comes in two pieces as so. Set the receiver down. What you want to do with this is you're going to push this down, slide it in, up and out. If not, it will shoot out on you. This is a free floating barrel, all stainless, slides right out. Kind of cool, huh? And everything on the inside, as I already said, similar to Berettas. In fact, the magazine is the same as far as dimensions, but the catch is different. So to put it back in, ding. As I mentioned, you don't do that, but it's all stainless, so it's hard to hurt it. Make sure there's no debris or anything. You can always oil all your parts. Make sure they're always clean. I always fire, 30 rounds or so through this one, take it apart and clean it, but I enjoy cleaning it. So you got that back on there, and you just reverse the process. Alright, make sure it works. If it works, it works. You always got to make sure you do it right. And it will not work properly if it's not right. Magazine back in. Safety. I hope this helped anybody that owns a Fratelli. I know it was hard for me to find a video. I love this weapon. It's awesome. It's got a good weight. This is actually a 9mm, and it's awesome for concealing purposes and just personal protection on the fly. This one, the 22, is very practical. It's good if you're going to have inside a store. If you're going to have inside your car, obviously, depending on what state you live in, you're going to want to get a concealed carry. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I probably won't put too much on there about weapons, but this is just, like I said, for anybody that has the curiosity. Totally believe in the Second Amendment rights, and I think everybody should educate themselves, see how interesting, how fun it can be to practice and become familiar with firearms, and just be able to take care of you and yourself, your family, in a time being quick on your feet.